All right, we should be live and direct. Give me a minute. Let me check the phone to make sure that everything is streaming okay. I know some of you might think I'm super paranoid with this, man, but I gotta check it every day, man. I gotta check it just to make sure things are like it's supposed to be. I hate making content and that I find out something went live like it was supposed to be. All right. Okay, so everything looks like it's good. Let's see. Checking the bandwidth and stuff. All right, so it looks like turn this volume down. I can monitor things here. All right, guys. So what's up? What's up? This your man Orville J. Parker, aka Coach. Guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not gonna stay on here long, man. I gotta jump off and go watch my Cowboys spank these Detroit Lions, man. Excuse me, but I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about something that I was thinking about today. I told you guys, end of the year, man, it's like reflection mode for me. I'm looking back over the year and I'm saying, okay, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What do I need to tighten up going into my next year? And one of the things I think that I have room for improvement on, okay, is in taking action, and not just action, but focus action, the right action, okay, not just being a busybody out here, but really making sure that when I create a plan, that I'm sticking to the plan and I'm taking the needed action. And one of the ways that I figured out how to beat this in the past, and it's something that I'm re-embracing again and double down on, is very simple. Is that make a list every day of things that are important to you that you need to get accomplished that particular day. That's why you put that on the list, right? But don't make your list super big. Like in my case, I make the list no more than 7 items. Okay. And then the next thing to do is to prioritize that list. And you can use different things. Like some people would take the list and the position that the item in the list dictates its priority. So the top thing is the highest priority, working down. Or you can do the number system. Okay. But do that. All right. So like if you wanted to do like just a position thing, what you would do is take a scrap sheet of paper and you would just write out or figure out what things you wanted to do that day, not going over 7. Then you would rank them. All right. And then you would create your master list that you're going to look at every day. And one thing I was doing, and I'm going to do it again, is using my phone. All right. To hold my list. So that way I could just look at it. Right. But so make a list of the important things that you need to get done that day. Prioritize it. Then this was key, and I learned this from Earl Nightingale, and I'm gonna read something from him in a minute. But then work on the one item completely until it's done. Don't multitask. Don't do it 25%, then jump to the next item. Work on the one item and then get it completely done before you move on to the next one. Okay. And let me read what Earl Nightingale wrote. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so he says start with the habit of prioritizing. Each evening, write a very short list. That's what we've been talking about. And the most important things you must do the next day. He says number them in order of importance. We talked about positioning, right? And then he says take the number one item and work on it until it's finished before moving on. That single practice turns confusion into progress and defeats the urge to drift. Okay. Now, really, really think about that. A lot of times we don't take action for a few reasons. One is that we don't want to deal with the hard thing. Okay, so we try to procrastinate. Okay, the second thing is the lack of discipline. And the lack of discipline can either mean follow through, doing the thing, or it can mean staying focused, right? Remember, I said focus. Now, focus might not be that you can't sit down and work through something. Focus might be where you allow yourself to be distracted. You know, the other day my son was talking to me about he's trying to get back into reading. And he was saying that one of the strategies he did was he shut his phone off, like, right? And then put it across the room. He had nothing on the table but the book that he was reading. So that allowed for him to be able to shut out a lot of distractions. All right. And that's very, very key because even myself, and I'm sitting here, like I'll sit down and say, okay, I'm going to work on something. I'm going to get something done today. And if I'm not careful, man, I can get off the track so fast. It could just be glancing at the phone. It could be I'm working on something and I have to go research something. And then that takes me down this rabbit hole of reading. I'm out doing all kind of things that don't pertain to the task that I was working on. So developing that singular focus inside your day. And that was key. That was key what he said about not moving to the second item until you get done with the first one. Because guess what that's going to do? It's going to make you focus to get things done. Because if you don't, and let's say you play around with that top item and you take all day getting that done, guess what's going to happen to your other 3, 4, 5, 6 items that you have on your list? You're not going to get them done. So your productivity level is going to be like this, right? Because you spent so much time expending unfocused energy on that first task. And really think about this, guy, because I was thinking about myself. This is a game changer. This is a game changer. Because imagine what your life would look like if you literally sat down and you said, okay, self, what are the things that I need to get done today? And the things that will really move the needle in 1, 2, 3 areas of my life. So remember we talked about priority, all right? Not just a lot of busy work, but things that will have a huge impact on you, okay? Then you make that list of 7. You prioritize. Then when you sit down and you focus in, you're going to focus in on that first item and you're going to work on it. You're going to take action. You're going to get it done before you move to the second one. Okay. Now, if you're trying to be productive, right, and you're trying to work inside them timelines, that means that you're not going to have a lot of time to play around and be distracted if you want to get everything done on your list. Okay. Very, very brilliant. Okay. So decide on what you need to do that day. Don't make your list over 7. All right. Prioritize it, then create your list. Then sit down and understand that you're going to have to focus in. You're going to have to shut out all distractions and you're going to have to take action on that first item. And you're going to have to work on that item until you complete it. Then you move to the next one. Okay. And if you want to get your list completed that day, you're going to have to be focused. You're going to have to be efficient and you're going to have to be disciplined. Okay. So hopefully you guys got something from that. Now, that's not me preaching to you guys. I want you guys to understand because I'm sitting down as we speak right now, working on looking at things that I did or didn't do in my life in 2025. And this was one of those areas I could have been way more effective, impactful, and productive if I would have just eliminated those doggone distractions. So this is my strategy and my framework that I'm gonna be using, and I'm gonna let you guys know how to do. And if you guys got any comments, any feedback, or if you just want to give me a ideal of what you do to take action or what your framework is, just leave it in the comments. All right, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. God bless.